Most men don't become weak overnight. They don't wake up one day and suddenly lose discipline, confidence, or direction. What actually happens is far more dangerous because it is silent. Strength leaks slowly, quietly, day after day, until one day a man looks in the mirror and realizes something feels wrong. He is not broken, but he is dull. Not lazy, but scattered. Not incapable, but unfocused. Weakness does not arrive as a collapse. It arrives as erosion. And almost no one talks about what causes it. Modern life does not destroy men through failure. It destroys them through comfort, distraction, and repetition. Small habits that feel harmless slowly rewire the nervous system. They drain emotional control, lower baseline energy, and remove the sharpness that separates capable men from passive ones. Over time, a man stops trusting himself. Not because he failed, but because his body and mind no longer feel stable. If you want to become strong again, you do not start by adding motivation or chasing intensity. You start by identifying the habits that quietly make men weak and removing them. Habit 1 is starting the day reactive. The moment most men wake up, they reach for their phone. Notifications, messages, news, social media, noise. Before their feet touch the floor, their nervous system is already responding to external demands. This teaches the brain that mornings are about reaction, not control. Over weeks and months, this creates a baseline of tension and urgency. The body never fully relaxes. Focus becomes shallow. Patience disappears. Strong men protect the first moments of the day because they understand something simple. Whoever controls your morning controls your nervous system. A reactive morning produces a reactive man. A deliberate morning produces stability, clarity, and quiet confidence. Habit 2 is eating without intention. Most men eat randomly. Whatever is available, whatever is convenient. Sugar spikes, late meals, constant snacking. This destabilizes blood sugar and creates emotional volatility. Energy crashes feel like laziness, but they are biochemical. Irritability feels like stress, but it is often poor fuel. A man who cannot regulate his energy cannot regulate his behavior. Food is not just calories, it is information. Every meal tells your body whether to prepare for effort or collapse into fatigue. Strong men do not chase extreme diets. They eat consistently, with structure, because consistency creates emotional stability. And emotional stability is the foundation of discipline. Habit 3 is collapsed posture and weak body language. Posture is not cosmetic. It is neurological. A slouched body sends a constant signal of submission and insecurity to the nervous system. Head forward, shoulders rounded, chest closed. Over time, this posture elevates cortisol, suppresses testosterone, and reinforces self-doubt. Even confident thoughts cannot survive in a collapsed body. Strong men stand tall, not to impress others, but because posture changes how the brain interprets reality. An upright spine and open chest tell the nervous system that the environment is safe and manageable. Your body believes what you repeatedly show it. Habit 4 is constant dopamine stimulation. Scrolling, short videos, endless content, background noise from the moment you wake until you fall asleep. This destroys a man's ability to focus deeply, tolerate discomfort, and delay gratification. Dopamine on demand trains impatience. Effort starts to feel unbearable. Silence feels threatening. Discipline collapses when stimulation is always available. Strong men deliberately reduce stimulation because they understand that focus is a muscle. The ability to sit with boredom, to stay present without distraction, is what builds mental toughness. Power is not built in excitement. It is built in restraint. Habit 5 is avoiding silence and reflection. Many men keep noise around them at all times because silence exposes truth. When everything goes quiet, unresolved thoughts surface. Doubts appear. Regret whispers. Responsibility becomes unavoidable. So the noise continues. But silence is where identity forms. A man who never reflects will always be influenced by others. Strong men create space to think, to observe their own patterns, and to recalibrate. Reflection is not weakness. It is self-leadership. Awareness sharpens judgment, and judgment creates control. Habit 6 is avoiding physical stress. Comfort weakens men faster than failure. A body that never experiences resistance becomes fragile. Physical stress is not punishment. It is proof. Lifting weight, sprinting, cold exposure, long walks in uncomfortable conditions. These experiences teach the nervous system resilience. Confidence is built through evidence, not affirmations. A man who avoids physical challenge slowly loses trust in himself because his body never proves that it can endure pressure. Strength must be experienced to be believed. Habit 7 is ending the day without closure. Most men end the day distracted. Scrolling in bed. Random thoughts. No reflection. No structure. This leaves the nervous system unresolved. Sleep becomes shallow. Recovery incomplete. Strong men close the day intentionally. They reflect briefly on what worked and what didn't. They prepare tomorrow. They allow the mind to rest. Closure creates clarity. Clarity restores emotional regulation. A man who cannot close his day will wake up mentally fragmented, no matter how long he sleeps. The truth is that strength is not aggression, intensity, or constant hustle. Strength is regulation. The strongest men are calm under pressure, steady in chaos, and disciplined without needing constant motivation. They do not chase hacks or extremes. They remove weakness. Every silent habit you eliminate restores power. This is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming intentional. You do not need to change everything today. But you do need to choose one habit to cut now. Not tomorrow. Today. Because weakness compounds quietly, just like strength. And the man who starts removing weakness now will be unrecognizable in a year. Not louder, not flashier, but calmer, sharper, and harder to shake. Strong men do not wait for a breakdown to change. They act when things still look fine from the outside. They understand that self-respect is built in private, through standards no one else sees. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, clarity over distraction, and intention over impulse, you reinforce a stronger identity. Not instantly, but permanently. This is how men become unshakable. Not through motivation, but through repetition. And here is the part most people get wrong. Removing weakness does not make life harder. It makes life quieter, cleaner, simpler. When your habits stop fighting you, your mind settles. When your nervous system feels safe and regulated, confidence becomes natural. You stop forcing strength because strength becomes your baseline. That is the real advantage. Not looking strong, but being stable when everything around you is not. This is not about becoming extreme or isolated. It is about becoming solid. A man who is solid does not chase validation. He does not react emotionally to every situation. He does not panic when things go wrong. He adjusts. He responds. He stays grounded. And that grounded presence is what people feel when they are around you, even if they cannot explain it. If this video helped you see what has been draining your strength, like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a man who needs to hear this. Strong men are not born. They are built, quietly, through the habits they refuse to tolerate.